Hi, I am Tammy and I am Meditating Medium. Thank you so much for your patience and waiting on me to get back with you. There has been much going on in my own life personally, as well as a lot going on with my family and things around me. Everything that I'm looking at, everything that I'm seeing in the physical realm is all about the spiritual movement that is going on. There is energetically and spiritually an awakening and a decision making process that is actually occurring in every single one of us that are physically alive in this earth today. If we were to be able to look at it in a spiritual realm, we would actually see an earthquake happening. And things are molding and being shifted, and they are not staying in the same place. You can see this very clearly with people and what decisions they are making right now. Everything is being tested, as in questioned. Where are you going to be? How are you going to be true? Are you going to be authentic? Are you going to find out what your soul essence is? Are you going to be brave enough to go through and crash and get rid of the brainwashing and the erroneous teachings that we have been told so much in our lifetimes? Are you brave enough to look at who you are and the divinity within and what is actually occurring at this time? Or are you choosing to kind of go insane? I'm seeing so many people and hearing so many people calling me and writing me and sending me emails, and so many people talking about, even in readings, about chaos in their life and what loved ones are doing that typically don't do these things. Let me tell you why. The reason is because of this spiritual shaking, and it's almost like there's a sifting going on, and you are going to be able to see the people very clearly who are choosing the path of love and truth, and those that are afraid and are choosing the path of fear. There is a real separation going on in that way, and the ones that are choosing the path of truth and love and abundance and peace and contentment, which you can experience in every single moment in this physical realm, in spite of what we have been taught, are the ones that you are going to see come out in the spiritual realm, and they are going to be teachers, and we are going to be coming out in rare form. I'm starting to see it with people that I know. There's been a training ground for me in the last few weeks, and I just want to share with you how to get through looking at the chaos, looking at the what we call the denigration of the American economy, as well as the worldwide economy, the materialism that we have been so embracing in the last probably 100 years or so in the United States, and maybe even further than that, is not going to be the thing that we are going to be known for. America is going to turn into a more spiritual and feminine aspect as she explores the more spiritual things. I believe that American can be one of those spiritual leaders, if as well as people coming from every single nation. I think that there is a true awakening happening right now, and you are able to see through the contrast, the extreme contrast of what people are actually doing. You are able to see what's going on. Now, what do we do for those of us who want to stay in what Abraham Hicks calls the vortex, or what I call a state of peaceful bliss, which you can be at peace no matter what is going on around you? And if you knew what situations I have been put in the past month, and what I was actually able to do in those situations without judgment, without any condemnation, just my presence in those people's lives calmed everything down, including the children, the animals, everything that was around the home completely calmed down, because I was not getting vibrationally into the chaos. I was able to witness it. I was able to sit on the edge and watch and listen and look and be discerning, and yet stay in a very good place within myself. You can do this as well. The reason that we are going through these times right now is for our personal growth. All of these things that are happening with the United States, with economy, with banks, with everything else that we see so much chaos, the indebtedness that America is getting into, does not trouble me at all whatsoever. And you may say, Tammy, you're not paying attention to reality. Oh, yes, I am. But this physical reality is not really what is reality. It is all about creating. It is all right now for us personally about going within. And I know that this YouTube is a little bit deeper, so bear with me and I'll see if I can explain. I'm reading a book right now called Birth, and it is from a lady named Sherry Arison. And the very first thing she says is, exposing oneself is always frightening and difficult, especially when it entails exposing the soul, the inner self. There is always the fear that people will not accept what you have to offer, that they will laugh at you, pass judgment on you, or perhaps even worse. And she goes on to talk about the stage of spiritual growth that she personally went through. I want to tell you that the reason that you are witnessing all of these things around you, even if you have chosen the path of love and truth, I want you to know the reason that chaos is stirring around you personally. It is so that you will go within and you will look and ask, what is it that this is bringing up in me? Not too long ago, I was having a choking sensation in my throat chakra, and I was wondering what that was about. I knew that it was about my voice, and I knew that there was something that was probably a blockage in there. And one of the physical ways that I saw it manifested was that I had 3 people in my life all at the same time. 3 of the people that I communicate with the most actually being disrespectful towards me and trying to have a conversation with them. They were interrupting me. They were pretending that I wasn't even in the room. All they cared about was getting out what they had to say. And instead of addressing it with each of the 3, because I was noticing what was going on with 3 people, and there's a special thing about 3, the number 3 in any case. It's really revealing. So if you see anything in numbers of 3, pay attention. So instead of getting angry at or upset at them, I ended up going within and asking, what is it about you that is attracting this very thing in them? Why do they not want to hear your voice? Why do they not want a reciprocal conversation with you? And I soon, very soon, found out what it was. I want you to know that as soon as you go within and ask your spiritual team or your higher self, what is it within me that is attracting this personally towards me? It will dissipate as quickly as the fog does when it comes through, or a cloud that just speeds by us. If you've ever been in a plane and you see how fast you run over the clouds, through the clouds, that's how fast the personal chaos that comes towards you personally can actually go away. I want you to know that the reason that the earth is being shaken is for a very high purpose, and it is absolutely beautiful to me because I know what is going on. You do not have to be fearful. You do not have to worry about your own daily sustenance. We are capable, because of the God within, we are capable of creating our daily sustenance. And there are miracles that are happening every single day for those of us that are standing in the face of the wind and the storms and the things that are going on, and we are literally standing firm in what the truth is spiritually, and the storms are going on around us. I want to give you another good example of this, of looking at the physical versus what's going on and how you can deal with it. My husband and I were sitting in Barnes & Noble, and he was very upset about the credit rating and what had happened in the United States. And he is very dramatic, as it turns out to be most of the time anyway. And he was really upset, and he was just going on and on and on about this credit rating. And I turned to him and I said, can you just bear witness? Can you just witness it? And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, if there was a couple sitting right there in front of us, and they were at this table, which was probably 15 feet away from us, and they were actually engaged in an argument or a fight with each other, would you go over there and participate? Or would you bear witness and keep yourself in a good place? What would you do? Unless there was bodily harm about to be done and you felt that you needed to protect the person, what would you do? You would not go over there and interfere and be disrespectful with what was going on with them personally. you would need to bear witness and just let them work through this themselves. And so I explained to my husband, either you have to get involved in politics and you have to decide that you're going to run for office and you are going to fix this, or be a creator in fixing it, or you're going to have to let this go because it is out of your control. Trying to control something is one of the most painful things that you will ever do in your life. There is no way to control anything. And it is in the letting go and being able to witness and acknowledging the truth about a situation that you are actually free to create. I want you to think on these things. And until next time, namaste, and I'm thinking about you.